Did you know 90% of people make the same mistake when trying to learn something new? Here's a shocking truth. The way we're taught to study in school is wrong. If you've ever struggled to retain information or thought, "I'll never understand this," you're not alone. But today we're breaking all the rules. I'll reveal the top 20 systems to learn faster, memorize better, and actually enjoy the process. Spoiler alert, you didn't expect number 7 to work.
Will you have time to like this video before the time runs out? 3, 2, 1.
Why most people fail at learning. Before we dive into the secrets, let's expose the biggest mistake everyone makes. The old way of learning, cramming and repeating, is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. Studies show that 75% of information is forgotten within 48 hours if not reinforced properly. Shocking, right? Here's why it happens. Linear learning. Trying to learn step by step without understanding the big picture. Passive learning. Just reading or listening without engagement. Stress and multitasking. These reduce your brain's capacity to store information. But don't worry, I've got the fix. The Feynman technique. Teach to retain. Renowned physicist Richard Feynman once said, "If you can't explain something in simple terms, you don't understand it well enough." This technique involves 4 steps. Choose a concept you want to learn. Explain it as if teaching a child. Identify areas where your explanation is weak. Refine and simplify until it's crystal clear. Teaching forces you to confront gaps in your knowledge and solidify your understanding. Try explaining quantum mechanics or the theory of evolution to a friend. You'll quickly see where you need improvement. Example: if you're learning about Newton's laws of motion, try explaining them as if you're talking to a 10-year-old. An object stays still or keeps moving unless something pushes or pulls it. When discussing inflation, simplify it. Imagine if a candy bar used to cost $1, but now it costs $1.50. That's inflation. Things get more expensive over time. 2. The power of chunking. Turning chaos into order. Our brains aren't designed to handle an overload of information. That's where chunking comes in, breaking down large sets of data into smaller, more manageable pieces. This system works wonders for memorizing phone numbers, e.g., 123-456-789 instead of 123-456-789. Learning vocabulary in a new language by grouping words by themes. Studying historical events by organizing them into eras or timelines. Example: instead of memorizing individual elements in the periodic table, group them into categories like metals, nonmetals, and noble gases. Combine chunking with visual aids like mind maps or flashcards for even better results. 3. The Pomodoro technique, mastering focus. This time management method boosts productivity and reduces burnout. Here's how. Set a timer for 25 minutes, a Pomodoro. Focus on one task without distractions. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat for 4 cycles, then take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. Why it works. Short bursts of focus are easier to sustain, and breaks prevent mental fatigue. Use this method alongside a to-do list to prioritize tasks effectively. 4. Memory Palace. Visualizing your way to success. The Memory Palace technique, or method of loci, leverages your brain's spatial memory. Imagine a familiar place like your house and associate pieces of information with specific locations within it. To remember a shopping list, picture bananas in the kitchen, milk in the fridge, and bread on the table. Use vivid, absurd imagery to make associations stick, like a giant banana dancing in your kitchen. 5. Active recall. Test yourself to learn faster. Passive reading and highlighting aren't enough. Active recall, forcing your brain to retrieve information, is a game changer. How to practice. Use flashcards to quiz yourself. Summarize material without looking at your notes. Create practice questions and answer them. Research shows that testing improves retention more effectively than rereading. Example: medical students use active recall extensively to master anatomy and pharmacology. 6. Mnemonics. Tricks for tricky information. Mnemonics use patterns, acronyms, and rhymes to make memorization easier. Classic examples. ROYGBIV for the colors of the rainbow. Every good boy deserves fudge for musical notes, e.g. BDF. Create your own. Make them personal and humorous to boost effectiveness. 7. The Interleaving Method. Mix it up. Groundbreaking approach to learning that involves rotating between multiple topics or skills within a single study session. Although interleaving may feel more difficult initially, it's this very difficulty that makes it so effective. It forces your brain to work harder, enhancing retention and comprehension. How it works. Instead of diving deep into one subject for hours, switch between topics in shorter intervals. Example: study routine. 20 minutes on math. Solve a few algebra problems. 20 minutes on history. Review key historical events or timelines. 20 minutes on physics. Practice solving equations or understanding theories. Repeat. Rotate back through the subjects for another cycle. Life rarely presents challenges in a neatly organized sequence. Interleaving mirrors real-life problem-solving, where you need to juggle different types of tasks simultaneously. 8. The 80-20 rule. Focus on what matters most. Also known as the Pareto principle, this rule states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. Identify the most crucial parts of what you're learning and focus on them. If you're learning a language, prioritize high-frequency words that make up most conversations. Use resources like frequency dictionaries to identify key topics or skills. 9. Visualization. Seeing is believing. Visualization activates multiple areas of your brain, making information easier to retain. Create mind maps to connect ideas. Draw diagrams to simplify complex concepts. Imagine yourself applying what you've learned. Athletes often visualize their performance to improve focus and results. 10. Multisensory learning. Engage all your senses. The more senses you involve in learning, the better you retain information. Read aloud to activate auditory memory. Write notes by hand to engage tactile learning. Use videos and images for visual reinforcement. Cooking while learning a new language by naming ingredients in that language. 11. The forgetting curve. Fight against time. German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered the forgetting curve, which shows how memory retention decreases over time without review. Combat this by reviewing material immediately after learning. Scheduling spaced repetitions, e.g. after 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Using apps for spaced repetition. Frequent reviews help transfer knowledge to long-term memory. 12th. Sleep learning. The ultimate cheat code. This might sound impossible, but it works. During deep sleep, your brain consolidates memories. Listening to audio lessons while falling asleep can enhance retention by up to 20%. 13th. Turn learning into a game. Turn learning into a game. Apps like Quizlet or Duolingo reward you for success. Make up a game yourself, such as Quiz, and play with your friends. These games are fun and motivating. 14. The power of music. Shocking fact, classical music, especially Mozart, can improve focus. This is called the Mozart effect. Create a playlist to boost productivity. 15. The habit loop. Make learning automatic. Did you know it takes 21 days to form a habit? Create a study ritual. Same time, same place, every day. Consistency turns effort into instinct. 16th mindset. Shift. Embrace the impossible. The biggest mistake is believing you can't learn something. Neuroscience shows your brain can rewire itself at any age. It's called neuroplasticity, and it's your superpower. 17. Leverage technology. From apps like Evernote for organizing notes to platforms like Khan Academy for free courses, the tools you need are just a click away. 18. Celebrate small wins. Every milestone counts. Reward yourself when you master a topic or complete a session. Positive reinforcement keeps you motivated. 19th, physical movement. Learn while you walk. Research shows walking while studying improves recall. Try recording notes and listening during a walk. You'll never waste time again. 20. Peer learning. Why groups work. Studying with others exposes you to different perspectives. Teach each other concepts and debate ideas. Group learning increases retention by 25%.
Only 1% will have time to click on a new video on the Easy Drive channel. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.